This warrior had never even imagined in his dreams that the armor he was wearing was actually alive. Before the warrior could understand what was happening, the armor suddenly wrapped itself around his body like a wild beast. He tried with all his strength to break free, but it was useless. Slowly, the armor began to consume his entire body, and then something even more terrifying happened. After drinking the warrior's blood, the armor suddenly started speaking. The warrior went crazy with fear. He started scratching the terrifying eye-like mark that had appeared on his chest. But then he realized something shocking. He no longer had control over his own body. He had become completely powerless. Now he had no choice except to accept his fate. The warrior thought that he would have to spend his entire life living with this mysterious armor. But the warrior did not know that in the future, this terrifying-looking armor would one day save his life. With the armor, he set out on a dangerous journey. Along the way, he met a helpless girl. The two of them began traveling together. One night, while they were resting, some ruthless bandits surrounded them from all sides. Seeing the danger, kind-hearted warrior did not hesitate even for a moment. He immediately moved the girl behind him and stood in front of her to protect her. The warrior thought that his end was certain. But then something unbelievable happened. Suddenly, the armor separated from the warrior's body and transformed into a giant monster holding a huge sword. Seeing this terrifying sight, the bandits were completely frightened, but their greed overcame their fear. They all attacked the monster together. However, in front of that terrifying monster, they had no chance. Within just a few moments, almost all of the bandits were killed, leaving only one bandit alive. When the monster was about to kill him as well, the warrior shouted loudly. The monster stopped for a moment. Taking advantage of that opportunity, the bandit escaped. But the monster did not like the warrior's decision at all. In anger, it attacked him. However, something surprising happened. The moment the warrior raised his hands to defend himself, the monster also started copying his movements. The truth was that the monster had consumed so much of the warrior's blood that a strange connection had formed between them. And because of this connection, the warrior gained the ability to control that monster. The movie begins with a strange and mysterious scene where a man is desperately searching for his missing daughter. While searching, he suddenly comes face to face with a terrifying monster. The horrifying sight shocks him, but before anything else can happen, he wakes up. It turns out that everything was just a nightmare. The man's name is Guan, and he is sitting alone on a hill. As Guan looks down from the hill, he notices a truck passing through the area. He starts throwing stones at the moving truck, trying to hit it from a distance. Because Guan was once a highly skilled sharpshooter, every stone lands perfectly on the truck, causing the driver to lose control. The truck finally stops and a man steps out to confront him. Guan immediately approaches him and angrily asks, "Where is my daughter?" He accuses the man of being the person who kidnapped his daughter. However, before Guan can get any answers, the two men attack him and leave him injured. When Guan checks inside the truck, he discovers several innocent children who had been kidnapped by those men. He desperately searches among them, hoping to find his daughter, but she is not there. Unable to find her, Guan breaks down and starts crying. Soon after, police officers arrive at the scene. Seeing Guan near the kidnapped children, they misunderstand the situation and believe that he is the one responsible for abducting them. Without listening to his explanation, the police arrest him. After his arrest, the story reveals Guan's past. Guan once had a happy family and a beautiful 5-year-old daughter. But 6 years ago, his daughter mysteriously disappeared after being kidnapped by someone. Since that day, Guan's life completely changed. He began suffering from the same nightmare every night, where he saw his daughter trapped inside an ancient city, waiting for him to rescue her. In the present time, Guan is sitting inside a police van parked at a gas station. Suddenly, a black car arrives nearby. A young girl sitting inside the car tells him to immediately move into the vehicle. Guan secretly escapes from the police van and gets inside the car. The girl introduces herself as Ling. She tells Guan that she knows everything about him, including his mysterious nightmares. She claims that she can help him find his missing daughter, but in exchange, Guan will have to complete a task for her. Ling takes Guan to a place where a boy is appearing on a live television broadcast. The boy is telling a story from his novel, and as the story begins, a powerful warrior is introduced. This warrior is being chased by a group of people who want to kill him. At that moment, the warrior's sister arrives and starts fighting those enemies to save him. However, another warrior appears with the intention of killing the girl. The first warrior tries to protect his sister but fails. In the end, he defeats the old warrior who attacked them. The name of this warrior is Guan. After the battle, something strange happens. The armor attached to the old warrior's body begins moving on its own and slowly attaches itself to Guan's body. At the same moment, in the real world, a businessman is giving a speech at an event. Suddenly, he loses consciousness and collapses. Because of this, the live broadcast of the novel story is stopped. Ling explains to Guan that according to the story, Kongwon is destined to kill the monster at the end. But the strange thing is that the events happening inside the fictional story are affecting the real world. The boundary between the novel world and reality is slowly disappearing. Ling then reveals another shocking truth. The boy who is writing this novel appears on live television every day and continues his story by taking breaks. According to his plan, he is going to reveal Kongwon's final battle with the monster after 3 days. But whenever the story reaches the point where the monster's death is mentioned, something happens to the people connected to it. Ling explains that whenever the boy writes about killing the monster, she either becomes seriously ill or loses consciousness. She tells Guan that before those 3 days pass, he must help her stop this from happening. In return, she promises to help him find his daughter. Ling reveals that they have already discovered 5 missing girls, and one of them could be Guan's daughter. A DNA test will confirm the truth. She then tells Guan that the novelist lives in another city, and Guan must go there and kill him. Guan travels to that city and meets the novelist. When the novelist asks why he has come, Guan hides his real intention and says that he is a huge fan of his work. Hearing this, the novelist becomes happy, and the two begin talking like friends. After their meeting, Guan accidentally leaves his diary behind. Inside that diary, he had written everything about his nightmares and his search for his daughter. When the novelist reads it, he becomes fascinated by Guan's story and decides to use it in his novel. The novelist continues writing the story, adding Guan's experiences into the fictional world. The new chapter begins with Kongwon searching for the monster. In the story, it is revealed that the monster is actually the ruler of a powerful kingdom. When Kongwon reaches the kingdom, a grand celebration is taking place. At that moment, the Eye of the Armor reveals the hidden truth about the kingdom. It tells Kongwon that the original ruler was a military commander who used dark magic to kill the king and take control of the entire land. Now, the Monster King has become the ruler of the kingdom and plans to attack another powerful nation. Soon, his army invades that kingdom, destroying villages, killing people, and taking control of everything. After the attack, a strict curfew is announced, and everyone is forced to remain inside their homes. Meanwhile, the story returns to the real world. Guan is staying in the same city where the novelist lives. While resting in his hotel room, Ling suddenly appears and attacks him. She becomes angry and says, "I sent you here to kill the novelist, not to become his friend." Before anything else happens, the novelist arrives, forcing Ling to leave. The novelist returns Guan's diary to him. Guan thinks about killing the novelist, but he cannot bring himself to do it. The novelist then tells Guan that he has expanded his story by adding the events from Guan's diary. He takes the diary again and starts writing the next part of the novel. Now the story returns to Kongwon's world. While traveling through the kingdom, Kongwon meets a little girl whose brother has recently died. Feeling sympathy for her, Kongwon decides to protect and accompany her. The little girl starts playing a flute, and the beautiful sound attracts several warriors. Those warriors suddenly attack them, but Kongwon quickly escapes while carrying the girl with him. As evening arrives, the enemies begin losing their powers. Kongwon takes advantage of this opportunity and successfully escapes with the little girl. Back in the real world, Guan makes a decision. He believes that the only way to save everyone is to kill the novelist. He throws a stone at him, causing the novelist to lose consciousness. Guan prepares to finish him, but suddenly he hears a familiar song. It is the same song he used to sing for his daughter. Guan looks around and sees a boy around 10 or 11 years old singing that song. Shocked and emotional, Guan grabs him and angrily asks, "Where did you learn this song? Where is my daughter?" The boy becomes frightened after seeing Guan's anger and runs away. Guan immediately follows him, hoping that the boy might lead him to the truth. As Guan follows the boy, he finally reaches the person connected to his daughter's disappearance. Filled with anger and pain, he grabs him and demands to know where his daughter is. The abductor then reveals a horrifying truth. He says that he had given Guan's daughter enough drugs to make her unconscious, and because of that, she eventually died. Hearing these words, Guan loses control of his emotions. The pain of losing his daughter turns into rage and he starts beating the abductor. At that exact moment, Ling arrives there and stops Guan. She takes him into her car and tells him that she will help him. But Guan is only thinking about one thing. He tells Ling that he only wants to reach the abductor again so that he can make him pay for what he did. He says that he will complete her mission too, but first she must help him get to that man. While they are talking, Ling's leader is secretly listening to their conversation. He later tells Ling that he would never have given Guan this mission unless he had forced him into it. Hearing this, Ling becomes extremely sad because she always respected this leader like a father and genuinely wanted to help him. Meanwhile, inside the novel world, Kongwon and the little girl continue their journey through the ruined streets of the city. The entire area is filled with dead bodies, showing the destruction caused by the Monster King. Suddenly, several warriors appear and start attacking them. At that moment, Kongwon's armor appears again. The armor, which contains a mysterious eye, transforms into a terrifying creature and attacks those warriors. It easily defeats them and then returns back onto Kongwen's body. Back in the real world, the novelist is badly injured. When Guan meets him, the novelist says that he does not know who attacked him. Then he reveals another shocking detail. He tells Guan that he has also included Guan and his daughter in the novel. According to the story, the little girl traveling with Kongwen is actually Guan's daughter, and she is searching for her parents inside the fictional world. The warriors who attacked Kongwen and the girl were not actually trying to kill them. They had come there to rescue Guan's daughter. The novelist explains that this character is based on Guan because both of them have the same mysterious mark on their faces. Guan then requests the novelist to complete the story as soon as possible because the novel is connected to reality, and he believes that he can find his daughter through it. After this, Guan and the novelist go to the novelist's house. There, Guan notices a picture of Ling's leader. The novelist explains that this man was once a friend and business partner of his father. However, his father died under mysterious circumstances. Ling secretly listens to their entire conversation. After hearing everything, she realizes that her leader had been lying to her. She understands that the novelist was never connected with the monster, and the truth was completely different. She discovers that the novelist's father and her leader were actually business partners. Her leader had killed the novelist's father in the past, and now he was creating a fake story so that he could also kill the novelist's son. Ling immediately contacts her leader and confronts him. She tells him that she trusted him like a father, but now she realizes that after completing his mission, he would also get rid of her. Because of this betrayal, she refuses to help him anymore. However, Ling is captured by her leader's men and taken away. At the same time, Guan finally understands the truth. He takes the novelist and hides with him inside a library so they can protect themselves. But soon, the leader's men arrive there, and a fight breaks out between them. The story then returns to the novel world, where Kongwen is preparing to defeat the Monster King along with the little girl. Because it is nighttime, all of the Monster King's warriors are asleep since they lose their strength during the night. Kongwen uses this chance and begins calling the Monster King loudly. Suddenly, a gigantic and mysterious monster appears in front of him. The creature has a strange face, with one side looking completely different from the other, and a sword is fixed in the middle of its body. The monster tells Kongwen that he is the son of its old friend. It reveals that many years ago, it killed Kongwen's father and sent its men to eliminate Kongwen and his sister. But somehow Kongwen survived. After revealing the truth, the monster attacks Kongwen. A massive battle begins between them. During the fight, Kongwen's armor separates from his body, leaving him without its protection. Now Kongwen and the monster fight directly. The monster is incredibly powerful and destroys the armor completely. It then moves toward Kongwen to finish him. But at that moment, the little girl starts playing the flute. The sound distracts the monster, making it furious. Suddenly, several tentacles come out from the monster's body and pull the little girl toward it. Meanwhile, in the real world, someone attacks the novelist. Because of this attack, the novel story remains incomplete at this exact moment. Ling somehow escapes from her captors and arrives to help Guan and the novelist. They quickly take the injured novelist to the hospital. There, Ling's leader finally admits the truth that he wants to kill the novelist, and he reveals his real purpose behind everything. When Guan learns the complete truth, he decides to finish the novel story himself. He realizes that Ling's leader was only pretending to be connected with the events of the novel. The biggest truth is finally revealed. The little girl in the novel world is truly Guan's daughter. Ling's leader tries to stop Guan from continuing, but Ling pushes him away and allows Guan to complete the story. Inside the novel world, Kongwen also discovers that the Monster King has been deceiving him, just like Ling's leader was deceiving everyone in the real world. Realizing the truth, Kongwen turns against the monster. Now Kongwen and the warrior join forces and attack the monster together. They grab the sword fixed on the monster's head and pull it downward with all their strength. Because of this, the monster is finally defeated and split apart. With this, the novel story reaches its ending. However, Guan is still heartbroken because he still has no idea where his daughter is in the real world. Then, while looking outside the hospital window, Guan suddenly sees the same boy who was singing the song that reminded him of his daughter. Standing beside that boy is a little girl. Guan immediately runs outside and Ling follows him. As soon as he sees the girl, Guan feels that she is his daughter. He starts singing the same song that he used to sing for her when she was young. Hearing that familiar melody, the little girl turns around because she recognizes the voice of her father. At that moment, father and daughter finally reunite. The movie then shows the ending of the novel as well. Somehow, the little girl escapes from inside the monster's body. She removes the warrior's mask and touches his face, showing that the daughter and father have reunited in both worlds. In the real world, Guan finally gets back the daughter he had been searching for all these years, and the movie ends on an emotional and hopeful note.